Good morning. Today is Tuesday. It is a rainy Tuesday, but I hope that everyone is dry and warm. This is your host for today, Kobe Hart, and my guest today is Miss Brandi Hodges from the Cook County Jonesboro Public Library. And I say Jonesboro because yesterday we got into there are several branches, and so we talked a little bit about it yesterday. We kind of rushed through, but today I'll let her go more into how that works.
So we are here, as you said.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Sorry, we are the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. We get funded by both the city and the county, so we have both things.
Okay.
But we do have branches in 7 different places. And on the spot, I don't know if I'll be able to remember everything, but Caraway, Monette, Lake City, Mark Tree, Lepanto, Harrisburg, and Wheeler. So those are the cities in which we have branch libraries. And what's wonderful about the fact that we have our Jonesboro, our main Jonesboro branch, and then the 7 branches is say you live in Carroll.
Okay.
And maybe you don't get to come to Jonesboro super often, or when you go to Jonesboro, you might have to stop in the library and pick up a new book. We have that awesome branch there.
Okay.
If you look there and you're looking for a children's book or the latest, fiction book or a movie, if they don't have it there, you can look in the catalog, you can request that movie. And if it's at one of the other 6 branches or the Jonesboro branch, I guess I should say the other 7 branches, we have a courier system that travels Monday through Friday that delivers all of those items that are requested back and forth through all of our branches, which also limits the number of copies of some things that we purchase because we're able to share them.
That's wonderful. Now, what if someone lives in another city, they get a book, but then they're traveling, can they drop it off at either library and then it gets back to wherever it's supposed to go?
They can. We actually prefer that they get dropped off.
Where they pick it up?
Yes,
Okay.
because sometimes there's, I guess there can be some confusion, but you can drop it off at different places.
Okay. We just had someone peek in. Okay. So yesterday, I want to go back over some things we talked about yesterday. We did already give the viewers a little bit of intro about you yesterday, and most of you may know Miss Brandi. She worked for KIT. She was a wonderful reporter, and now she's bringing all of that energy over to the library. So she is going to talk about the different programs. I can tell that she puts her heart and soul into everything that she does. So she was giving us some information on some events they have coming up, but I definitely want you all to know what is going on at the library. The second week in September, we talked about an arts and crafts fair. Well, fair?
Yes, and I would love to talk more about that.
Okay.
In September, we will have our every year we have 2 art and craft fairs. One is in April, or one is in the spring. It depends on when we're able to book it.
Okay.
And one is in the fall. This year we did a Wizard of Oz themed event in April. And this fall, in September on the 10th, we will have a Harry Potter themed event. We've been very excited. We always are super excited to put these together. We have finalized our vendor list.
Okay.
We have 41 art and craft vendors. So if anyone out there listening is an artist or a crafter, I mean, I love hot gluing stuff. Sometime in the fall, I will be making wreaths that will be stacked in my pocket on top of each other because I don't have enough places to hang wreaths. But, there are people out there with immense talents that you don't even realize that they have these talents. And so we like to do these art and craft fairs. We offer free booth space. It's either a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 8, depending on how much space you need. And we have about 40 spaces. We can squeeze, a couple more in sometimes, the way we stack it. But the library is located at 315 West Oak Avenue. And right there on the front lawn on Oak is where we have a craft fair. We'll have knitters. We'll have artists that paint. We'll have artists that do pencil drawings.
Wow.
We'll have people who sew things. There'll be a lady, one of our makes and they're adorable. You know, we're going to have the ASU Arts department come and we're going to do face painting. So we have all of these different things going on. But our application process will start in March, late February, early March next year. So if anyone is interested who wasn't able to get in this time, our deadline has passed for this one.
Okay.
You know, try to remember us, and we put lots of advertising out there about it. But try to watch for it and try to join us next time. The application process is really quick and easy. But the event is going to be September 10th. We do have, because sometimes it rains, like it did today. We have a backup date of September 17th, and sometimes we've actually had to use that backup rain date because you never know. It's from 10 until 4. We'll have those 41 vendors selling arts and crafts. The Scarlet Chess Team from ASU will be bringing giant chess.
Oh my goodness.
ASU has a Quidditch team. Quidditch was the game they played in the Harry Potter books.
Oh.
So the Quidditch
has a Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's like because of trademark laws, you can't actually bring in arts and crafts that are Harry Potter.
Okay.
You know, and we have theme. It's a lot of fun for us.
Okay.
We're participating. And my coworkers and I have been, you know, sewing and painting and hot gluing and doing all sorts of things to get ready because we really do a lot to decorate.
Okay.
We have made cloaks for ourselves, and we one coworker and I who co-teach the knitting classes have we've knitted scarves in Harry Potter colors. But you know, you can't make or sell anything that is specifically Harry Potter, but the colors, you could do things in the colors and things of that nature, but not trademark.
And they can come dressed as whatever character.
Yeah. And we have buttons made for our vendors wear, so if they do choose dress up, they are not confused for staff members and have to try to answer questions. Because we've had it happen a couple of times. We want our vendors dressed up, you know, the public to know that they're a vendor and they don't know, you know, how long we can check a book out for.
Oh wow, that seems like it's going to be a lot of
We had 974 people at the last one, and we want to beat that this time. So tell your friends, tell your family, come on out on September 10th.
Well, does a library have a Facebook page?
We do. It is www.facebook.com/ccjpl.
CCJPL.
For Craighead County Public Library.
So go check them out on Facebook and like their page and follow them so you can keep up with all of the events that are going on.
We also have an Instagram page.
Oh, Instagram. I found it.
It's also CCJPL. So I've posted. We're going to have a potions class. We're going to have different classes that kids that you can go and attend. We'll have a classroom. We'll have a potions classroom. And on our Facebook page right now, you can watch a video of us preparing 100 potions.
Okay. That needs to come.
It has glitter in it.
Okay, I'm definitely going to go. You got with there. We were talking earlier before we started the show, which is why I was scrambling to get on air. We were talking about all these painting, glitter, arts, and crafts.
We both enjoy this.
Yes.
We have a lot of our kids' activities coming up in September.
Oh, okay.
We have things for all ages, but we're going to start our regular children's programming back the week of September 12th. That includes story times for 0 to 5 years old. We have family story time on Mondays. That's at 6 o'clock. And that is something that is, you know, for the parents who are in the day, which is a lot of folks out there, and for people who have children of multiple ages. Our other story times are age specific.
Okay.
Family story time is a great story time. Then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in the morning, we'll have Pee-wee time, which is for 2 and 3 year olds, and pre-K story time following that for 4 and 5 year olds. We have lap sit story time, so I love approaching people with babies anywhere I see them, and I sometimes don't have a flyer to give them, but I'm like, you should bring your baby to lap sit because you can't start too early reading to babies. So we say that is 0 to 2 because. You know, you can bring your tiny baby to lap sit and just sit there and hold them and sing and have story time For lap set, we have that on Thursdays and Fridays. And we have time, then we have story time, and then about halfway through, they dump out a huge pair of toys,
Okay.
which is one, kids' toy, and two, they're having to talk over them
Oh.
and around them. They learn dexterity and mobility. And so these are all little things that your child can get from you at home, but it teaches them to play together and work together as a team.
So it's fun, but a learning experience as well.
We like try to do that everything we do.
That's wonderful. So please, parents, caregivers, whoever you are, consider taking your children out to the library. And you find all these dates, times on the website, CCJPL, www. Is it www?
It's the Facebook page is facebook.com/CJPL. Our website is libraryinjonesboro.org.
Okay, libraryinjonesboro.org.
And coming up in September on the, I have to find it with my eyes, I'm sorry. September 15th at 6 o'clock, we're going to have a live concert on our lawn. We usually do them in the fall, but we have an author named Bill Harley coming in. He's a children's author. And for all of the week prior to that Thursday, he's going to be going to different area schools, talking to kids about his books, what it's like to be an author.
Oh, wow.
We bring a children's author in every year. And it's wonderful because these kids get to actually talk to someone and ask questions of someone who's a published author.
That's wonderful.
Because you can be in 2nd grade and be an aspiring author.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, you mentioned yesterday you're an aspiring author.
Yes.
We have these for teens, adults, and children throughout the year. We have one of those each year. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to almost get to corner a person, but not really.
Okay.
You know, they open up the floor to say, does anyone have any questions? And you can say, how long did it take you to get published? How did you get a publisher? You know, it's a wonderful opportunity. So he'll be coming on September 15th at 6 o'clock and performing a concert on the front lawn of the library and talking a little bit about his books. And we're just really excited about it. I always enjoy hearing from different authors.
Well, I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for ones that you bring that are geared towards teens. My area of interest is adolescent, specifically, young girls. I want to help them reach their potential, be the best version of themselves they can be. So I have a few ladies that I work with at church that love to write, and I'm trying to help them expand on that and not be so limited. I write poetry, but I want them to just be so stuck on one genre of writing. I want them to explore all options.
And our teen author usually comes in October.
Okay.
It's Teen Reads Week, is that month?
Oh.
So I haven't given the details on that yet, but it should be around October when our young adult author comes, and we'll have events. We'll have an event with him at night, but through the day, there are high school students in this area that are chosen by their teachers to get to come and experience this author. And they are given copies of the book to read beforehand.
Okay.
And then they come in and know the story. And there's almost nothing more fun than seeing these. I love seeing people get excited about reading because I get excited about reading. But to see these 14, 15-year-olds just, why did you do this?
Okay. Get so involved in the storyline.
It's interesting because one of the authors we had a couple of years ago, Matt De La Pena, he talked about, he had such interesting character names.
Okay.
And he talked about how he came up with names. Friends or people he heard on the subway. Just I can't remember exactly where he got the names. Just hearing how the authors come up with these things. Do they honor a friend by giving a character the name of that friend?
Okay.
Or how it all works.
That's
just some of the things we've got going on. And as I said, for adults, this year, in September, we're going to start our computer classes back. and we have book clubs. Let me tell you about book clubs. We have a book club that meets pretty much every Tuesday. The book club that meets on the first Tuesday of the month is the Between the Covers book club, and they are a romance fiction book club, and they read a lot of wonderful things. Then we'll have the second Tuesday of the month. It's just, we don't have specific dates to throw out there because it's just every second Tuesday, every first Tuesday. But the second Tuesday of the month is our YA at Heart, which I'm a part of that book club because I really enjoy reading young fiction. It's my favorite genre to read.
Okay.
Then we have our Novel Lovers Book Club, and once other book clubs meet at night, the Novel Lovers Book Club meets at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's the third Tuesday of the month, and they read more challenging, or not challenging, but newer fiction, longer fiction, more just normal fiction. Sometimes they read older fiction.
Okay.
A few years ago, I believe they read The Prince of Tides, which came out 20 or 30 years ago, but it's a good book that the members had not read, and so why not read it?
Okay.
And then we have our Mike Overall Memorial Club, also has been known as Inquiring Minds, and they read some nonfiction and some more challenging fiction, and they meet on that fourth Tuesday. So these are just, if you're searching for a genre, say you haven't found that type of book that you just love reading, maybe try a book club, because you can just get in with a group. The way it works is I'm waiting for the audiobook version. You can download ebooks and e-audiobooks, and if it's not available through the library, you can put it on hold.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the September YA at Heart book to become available. They'll email me.
Okay.
And say your book is now ready to be downloaded, which I love.
Okay.
And I'm waiting on that one. Hopefully I can get that finished by the second week of September book club meeting. But you're expected to come in having read the book. But if you haven't, understand that we will discuss the book at length, including the plot and what happens.
Okay.
But at that club meeting, you can pick up the next book. If you're interested in being a part of any of our book clubs, you can go to the library. We're at 315 West Avenue, and you can pick up a copy of one of the books. It's not something you check out. It's just something you sign. You put your name and your phone number on a list so that we know who has them and who's supposed to come, or you don't have to come if you aren't able to. But you just go to the information services desk and say, I'm interested in getting one of the book clubs.
Okay. I think books are a great way to also meet other people that you may have never had the opportunity to meet before.
You don't know that this other person loves the same books you love until you sit down and read with them.
And then you need to have a conversation about something else, and you might have other interests in common. So now you've made a friend. So outside of the book club, you might have someone that you can text or talk to every now and then, talk about other books or other things. So I have never been a part of a book club, but I would love to at some point. I've been trying to away from TV more and get more into books. And so people don't realize, when we come back, we're going to get ready for a break a little bit. When we come back from the break, I would love for you to talk about why it's important to read more, the importance of books, and it doesn't matter if it's an ebook or a physical book, but the importance of reading, what it can really do for you and how it can enrich your life. I'm sorry, I forgot to announce the phone lines are open, 870-277-1080. We're going to get ready for a break here, but when we come back, please call in. I'll be checking the Facebook Live page, and if you have any questions, comments from Ms. Brandi, please share those. We'll be happy to get your question or comment on the air. You're listening to Community Conversations with your host, Kalila Harden, and Ms. Brandi Hodges of Public Library here in Jonesboro. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the voice. It's been a crazy.
Blame it on the rain.
Blame it on the rain. And we'll be right back with Community Conversations. It is like, I'm sorry for coughing.
It's okay. You can't control your coughing. I'm making a bunch of my friends hats for Christmas, and so every time I go anywhere, I'm knitting.
I wanted to ask you, yesterday we talked about knitting and crocheting. What is the difference? I can't do either. What's the difference?
I don't have a crochet needle that I need to show you. The crochet hook is one piece that has a hook on the end.
Okay.
Knitting is two pointed sticks.
Oh, okay.
So crochet, you
Yeah.
this is a crochet hook. You
Hook. Okay.
like that, and pick up the yarn like that. And knitting is you pick up the yarn with your stick,
Okay.
wrap the yarn around, and pull it through.
Oh.
So I'm making this. It's a so anyone out there when you get for Christmas, know that it was made with love. But it's a cabled, bulky weight hat,
Oh.
and it's
Wow.
I gravitate towards pink things.
Me too.
One of my friends who is, I want to say a day away from having her baby girl, but she's maybe a week or two. She's due in September.
Okay.
I know you also have an affection for pink. I made her and her husband a hot pink tutu
Oh,
for their tiny human.
Tutus are
The best.
yes. Oh my goodness. And I love to see little girls in tutus with the little girl socks.
Well, I knitted it,
Oh, so goodness. Oh my
and
goodness.
it's out of mohair, which is just really thin yarn. But what I did is I made it 6 months size, and it's got little eyelets around the edges and things. And I made it a bigger size so that she can grow into it. Now, when they're little, they don't say little. You have a child. They don't say little. That little so fast. Stay like that. Once they get about 6 or 7 months,
Okay.
it seems like they don't grow as fast
Yeah,
as they do at the beginning. So I just enjoy, it's like, there's a new baby, what can I do?
Okay.
I love it.
Well, hopefully soon my hair. I'm trying to let my hair grow out.
It's pretty, I like the girls.
Yes,
What's
sir.
this going on with you guys? Terry Mahaj, Arkansas State.
Were you supposed to be here today?
Yeah.
We had this Brandi scheduled.
You did? Which is fine.
I'm so
I can teach you
sorry.
how to knit.
That's great. No, and Henry said, that's fine. I can come back some other time. No
Do you
problem.
have Mr. Legazzi's phone number?
I don't. It was done through our media relations office. So, it's fine. We'll go back and we'll try it again sometime.
And I can share.
No, that's fine.
We're in the library, sharing
The
is
library's awesome. I love the library.
well, good.
Yeah.
I'm preparing.
My daughter loves books, man.
Oh, I do too. We'll be out there tomorrow for the students event outside,
Oh,
and
great.
I'm preparing. I bought some.
Thank you. for doing that.
They say library on them, but they're still footballs.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, yes. He said you were supposed to be here for the second part of our show on today.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, because
Is that one about to start?
We have still a few more moments.
wait, I'm not. I've got time.
What department are you in?
I'm the athletic.
Athletics.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can come back. When do I do that? Will that make it easier?
Oh, sorry. Let me check the calendar to see what the next.
No, we'll work it out through our media relations office, okay?
So.
No, don't worry about it.
I came yesterday thinking I was supposed to be
By the way, I'm Terry Mahadra.
Brandi Hodges.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Terry Mahadra. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, big
So, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. No problem.
okay.
Hey, you guys have enjoyed. Thank you.
I have your name
Appreciate
and email, and I'm so sorry.
Hey, so we'll get it figured out. Okay.
So by the library tent tomorrow if I can get a ton of football.
Thank you very much. I like the knitting too.
Okay, this has been like a while this week.
I'm sorry, I came yesterday.
No one knows.
Yesterday.
Yeah. I got the email. Okay. About 20 seconds before we come back.
Yesterday, I was so scatterbrained. My grandmother passed away, and yesterday was her funeral. Yesterday afternoon, and I was just like, that's probably why I came yesterday. I just couldn't get my brain to work right, so.
button and start off mode.
I didn't think that.
I wish I had one of those easy reset buttons. But oh well. So okay. Before we break, I asked Brandi when we came back if she could talk about, the importance of books, the importance of reading, how beneficial it is to, read something versus watching a movie all of the time. Yes, we love to watch a movie based on a book, but the book gives you such a different experience. And, since she works at the library, I'm sure you can hear her passion about the library, how she talks about books in the book club and various activities. I want her to express, to you all that are out there listening and watching, why it's important.
Well, I can't speak for others, but just personally, I love reading. I love reading historical fiction because I always learn something. There are things that happen in books, especially fiction, that the author made up. Like in the Hunger Games, we don't live in that world. That's a dystopian world, and dystopian fiction is very popular, and I enjoy reading it. Dystopia is the opposite of utopia.
Okay.
But utopia is like the beautiful place to be. So dystopia is the opposite of that. But I love reading historical fiction because it's based in reality. I recently finished a book. It was called The Temple and Turner Sisters, and it was set in the early 1900s in vaudeville, which was where they performed and put on shows and danced and did tumbling acts. And there were events that were mentioned throughout the book, historical events that I then went to my history books and looked up and found that, oh my goodness, that really happened. It seems so like it wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
But, when you speak of reading and the importance of reading, and you think about children, that's talking to children and reading to children is how they develop their vocabulary.
Okay.
And so the more a child is read to or reads, the more words they're going to know, understand. They can see how they're spelled, and that could perhaps help with that in the future because they've seen it multiple times. A baby may not know how to read, but they make board books and those little squishy books that sometimes squeak. Just giving them those, letting them play with books, it encourages a love for them.
Okay.
And I know that a lot of times when kids reach those teenage years, they're less inclined. Maybe you have my younger brother, for instance, didn't love reading. My mom had to pry the book out of my hands to make me go to sleep.
I don't know.
But, my brother didn't like reading. They didn't really have these then. But, I talked to some parents who say they'll check out the audiobook and the physical book at the same time.
Okay.
And their child can listen and read along.
Okay.
Or just listen. Instead of listening to music while you travel on a family vacation, get a book you can all agree on listening to.
Okay.
And listen to an audiobook while you drive to the beach or drive to a relative's house.
Okay. Now, one thing I recently found out about, my son and I came in contact with people that work for, it's a disability service, but it's for people with vision impairment. And there's a service in Little Rock that offers, I think it's a kind of audiobook option that they'll send you this machine with headphones, and they give you this catalog with various book titles, and they explain what the book is about. And it looks kind of like a big 8-track almost. You pop into this machine, so children that have a hard time reading or have vision problems, they have the opportunity to hear a book and hear a story versus just sit stuck in front of the TV, right, or playing a video game on a phone. They're still getting some type of, some experience.
Well, and you mentioned DVDs, and our DVD collection is actually our most checked out collection we have at the library.
Oh, wow.
We have new movies, we've got some older movies, we've got TV on DVD. So if someone is looking for watching a DVD, or I just checked out Zootopia. It's a movie about the animals who live in a utopian society.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was so cute, but you can rent movies, and renting movies is fun. I do it myself, but I'm okay with waiting on a waiting list
Yes, ma'am.
in order to get it for free.
Yes, ma'am.
Your library card there's a new DVD that's come out, and you don't have to watch it today or tomorrow. If it's something that's that important to you. I'm saying personally, it's not. Maybe if you really want to see it, sure, go grab it, check it out, buy it, whatever you want to do. But for me, a lot of times it's like I'd like to see it, but if I don't see it anytime soon, it's like me. So I just put my name on the waiting list, and it's like a surprise when I get that email a month or so later. Sometimes it's 2 weeks. This one was like 4 days from requesting to actually getting it on the shelf. So, but sometimes if it's something that's super popular and I have to wait a little bit, and I get that email saying Hodges in, it's like I forgot I did that. So it's like a fun surprise. I tell people there's nothing more joyous than getting an email with saying that you have something on the shelf, because it makes me really happy.
And I just want to stress that we're not trying to turn people away from TV. We're not talking down on that.
I love TV.
We're just saying there are other options, but the library offers so many options. It's wonderful. I know some people that go and rent different TV shows. They hooked on a series.
And you can watch all of them on the weekend because I'm just.
Oh my goodness. So you are a binge reader, a binge watcher, and like she's sitting here knitting, and it's like so wonderful because I think I would have poked my fingers by now. But she's making this awesome little hat. So you all should go. Oh, you also, speaking of knitting, you have a knitting class.
We do. The first Monday of every month, unless the first Monday falls on a holiday, we have a knitting class. If it falls on a holiday, as it does in September, we will meet the second Monday of the month. But we meet at 5:30 over in the nonfiction section of the library, which can be pointed into that direction. We have tables along the wall facing Oak Street or Oak Avenue. And then we meet every Thursday at noon. Currently, we're teaching, I have knitting class tonight, because currently we're teaching how to make a holiday pumpkins. So we get people started early, because Christmas is, I keep saying these things, like, Christmas, Saturday, but we have, during this holiday stocking right now, I believe this is maybe our last class in that. But if anyone out there knits or is interested in learning knit, please come and join us. We provide all the materials. You'll get your needles, a small bowl of yarn to get you started.
Wow.
Because we look at it is, why should someone who's never done this before go spend all the money you would be spending on is, $3 or so on average.
Okay.
A pair of needles is going to cost you about $10 or so.
Okay.
So why spend that money if you are going to try it and not like it?
Okay.
So we provide the materials to get you going.
That's
And
wonderful.
if you decide you don't like it, you can turn the needles back in, or you can hand them off to a friend or a family member who might be interested in trying it.
Okay.
And we provide that one set of beginning kit for everyone. And it also has like a tape measure and some basic instructions for people who are not with us.
Okay.
But if folks want to go ahead and start coming now, November, I'm going to be doing a special hat class. But you have to have some knitting experience first. We'll have a little application process that folks will have to fill out, just to check that you know how to do certain skills that are required to make this hat. But it's one I made last year because I was a wilderness girl from the movie Troop Beverly Hills for Halloween last year. And so I had to make my own green beret. It was a lot of fun. But since I've made that hat before, we're going to make that hat, and it's going to be something where each row is a different pattern, which is great for, we do these advanced classes to challenge people.
Okay.
So it's a challenging pattern, but it's a lot of fun.
It's funny you brought the movie up. Just a little side note, I brought the movie of Troop Beverly Hills to a lady that has a daughter that's a Girl Scout. And she's like, I've never seen that movie. I'm like, oh my God.
It's wonderful.
So any of you Girl Scout moms, troop leaders, I encourage you to watch that movie.
Shelley Long, it's wonderful.
It's really funny. So,
Pretty Nelson, 1980s.
Yeah. It's a class. I say a class.
It's nothing for the outfit Shelley Long wears in that movie alone.
Yeah.
They are wonderful.
Yes. So I encourage you to have a girls' night, watch True Beverly Hills. Yeah. So okay, that's a little side note. We're gonna get back into talk more about the library. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to say, we mentioned yesterday, and for people who didn't get to hear us yesterday, we had downtown music, and we talked about that a little bit yesterday. Anyone who's a Sony artist, as long as you have your library card, which is something you can get for free if you're a resident of Crater Poinsett counties, you can download free music.
Okay.
And free is my favorite word.
Yes, ma'am.
I love being able to offer free things for people. It's count them 6 free songs. I put it at 6. 6 free songs for anyone who's an artist, and it's anyone who has a library card. So if there's a family of 4, that's 6 songs per library card. And if you readers, because I used to take a flashlight to bed with me.
Oh.
Because this was we didn't have cell phones when I was little, so you couldn't read by the light of your cell phone.
Yeah.
And my mama would come and she'd take the flashlight away from me and say, "It's not that I don't want you to read; it's that you won't wake up in the morning
Okay.
if you
Stay up all
do
night
this."
trying to read.
I am, as I mentioned yesterday, a huge fan of children's books, and so we do a lot of mobile libraries.
Okay.
We'll have we'll be at the Big Great Estate Tailgate coming up the first Friday of September, and we'll be giving away some footballs and doing a craft with the kids. I don't know that we'll do a mobile library at that one. We'll have our event on September 10th at the library, and then the 4th Saturday in September, we're going to be at the farmers market. We do the farmers market about 3 times a year at ASU, and we'll be doing a mobile library there. We call it our mobile library unit. And if you ever see the library out and about, and you see a blue cart that's filled with books, know that you can check those out. If you have a library card with you, which is just part of our policy, you have to have your library card with you to check out materials, you can check out a book. And I think the funniest thing that we encounter is the moms or the dads or the grandmas or grandpas that will say, "Oh my goodness, I have books to do in the car. Can I bring them to you?" And we will take those books and take them back and we'll get back to the library. So we like to think of it as a library that we just picked up and take anywhere it needs to go.
Okay. That is, you offer so many wonderful things. I mean, you have the downloadable music, the downloadable books. People can come to the library and access all types of things.
And exercise.
Exercise. Okay.
Yes, we offer free exercise classes.
Okay.
So if you're like me, and even if you had a gym membership, you probably I wouldn't utilize it, because I get busy and I just, my gym last night was mowing my front yard, But we offer free classes. You can come on Mondays at 5:30, take a free Zumba class. It's Zumba Fitness. It's a Latin-based dance exercise class. Morgan, who is one of our children's librarians, is a licensed instructor, and she teaches that class. And then on Thursdays at 12:15, we have a midday yoga class. And I've never been able to go to the yoga class to see what it's like because I teach teaching at the same time.
Okay.
So we're getting our own kind of workout on the other side of the library. But the ladies from Nirvana Yoga Studio, Crystal Taylor is the owner there. She or occasionally someone else comes out, licensed instructor, and teaches they call it like a light yoga class. It's designed, it's a half hour, and it's designed to be, just a light class so that you can still go back to work.
Okay.
And, not get too strenuous, too sweaty before you have to go back to work. So it's just a half hour. You can come on your lunch break if you want to and take a quick class. So those are the two exercise classes. We love being able to provide something like that for the community.
I will encourage everyone, please go check out the library. They have so many things to offer. We're going to get ready for another break here soon. There's so many events coming up. Please go check out their website, www.libraryinjonesboro.org, or go to their Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ccjpl. And also check them out on Instagram. We're going to get ready for a break and come back and talk with Miss Brandi a little bit more because in the last few moments we're going to talk about this other big project. It's kind of a fundraiser with the calendar. So I'll let her talk more about that when we come back. You listen to Community Conversations.
Yes, and I didn't bring anything except this t-shirt. We're selling t-shirts, tote bags, water bottles, and
Oh, my goodness.
and a little bit of everything is going to that project. And what I've said is, we may not always be able to give a little bit of everything to, but we try our best.
So the t-shirts and tote bags. And this is all in recognition of the past, the places, the picture.
Timeline, you can just call it timeline. That's our main name for it.
Once we go, it'll be probably 5.
Okay.
Like 5. Well, 5 and then like another 2.
Oh, did you guys like the cookies?
Yes.
You know I use your
Whatever is everything there. So for those of you that are still watching on the webcam, this one up here, Miss Brandi is an awesome baker.
I love that.
She did granola bars yesterday.
Oh, how are the granola bars?
They're gone.
I had a granola bar last night, and it was really good. I haven't had one. I often don't eat my own cooking.
What?
Because once you get done making it, you don't want to look at it.
Oh my goodness. And I'm not a big coconut. Like if I hear or see coconut, I'm like, But
But it wasn't that strong.
it was not at all. It was just it added texture with the oats and the nuts.
They had coconut oil. That's part of the base was coconut oil.
And I couldn't even take it because I don't really care for coconut. I can usually pick up on coconut, but I could not.
The peanut butter flavor was really strong, and I thought about it. The recipe says you can use peanut butter or almond butter. I can try almond butter next time.
I would want to get into those different butter, cashew, almond. I've never tried, like I drink almond milk, cashew milk, but I've never tried the butters.
I haven't either, and I'm interested to buy them.
And not that I'm a big coconut. Oh, but I'm sorry. Welcome back to Community Conversations. This is your host for the day, Fabiola Harden, and I'm here with Miss Brandi Hodges of the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. All right. We have been having a very wonderful, spirited conversation, despite the rain, despite the few hiccups. We've been having a great conversation today, and so we're going to spend these last moments talking about a big project the library has going on. And I don't want to give it away. We talked about it yesterday, but I want Miss Brandi to go more in detail about this big project.
Well, in 2017, in January 2017, is our 100th anniversary of the library's establishment in Jonesboro. We were established in 1917 by the Civic League, and it's been such a journey going through the history of our library, the history of Jonesboro and Craighead County. Looking at some of these pictures, they're black and white, and so yes, there's one picture that is a really long time. They were doing the canning factory in Black Oak, which is part of Craighead County.
Okay.
And I finally found the main picture that was sent to me, and it says in the caption that it's potatoes. But looking at a black and white photo of a bunch of boxes of around a product, you're like, is it apples? What is it?
Okay.
And I found that it was the Black Oak tomato canning factory.
Okay.
And it's just so neat. There were probably 50 boxes of tomatoes that were lined up, and they were posing for this beautiful picture.
Oh, wow.
There are such beautiful pictures in the collection. Even if you just want to look at the pictures, go to our website. It's libraryinjonesboro.org, and you can click on the timeline project in there we have a blue bar across the top of the screen.
Okay.
It's so much fun to look through these pictures. There are pictures from the 50s of the Jonesboro Christmas Parade.
Oh,
It takes place on Main Street, but you don't recognize any of the businesses. Looking at some of the bird's eye shots or the street level shots, you can see there's a fire Tiger Place, where the Foundation Arts classrooms are
What?
now. I mean, it's just, you look and you can recognize the shapes of these buildings. And it's wonderful to see because you can see all of these businesses and you can see smokestacks in the background.
Oh my goodness.
They're just gorgeous. But if you would like to have a thing that you can have at home with you that is full of these amazing pictures, we're selling a commemorative calendar. Currently, they're $15, and the calendars are on order. I have to make a couple of tweaks that have been sent to me to some of the for sure order.
Okay.
We're taking pre-orders, and then once we get them in, we'll be selling them. We also have t-shirts that we're selling.
Okay.
Part of the proceeds from the calendar and all of the things that we're selling go back to online.
Okay.
We are going to purchase a $25,000 book scanner. It's called the Scan Diva, and I love the name of the Scan Diva. But it is a fabulous scanner that will, I don't know if anyone out there has ever, held or seen a really old scrapbook. They're fragile.
Yes.
You want to be really careful with them. And when we scan them the traditional way, you have to take them apart. You don't want to do that. So this scanner adjusts so that it can take, say you're opening it, the first page, so it's a lot heavier on this side, so it will adjust.
Oh.
So it's just a wonderful thing. It'll scan from the top.
Oh, and so
So
you have to flip over. And,
We're trying to do
Okay.
everything we can to raise the funds.
okay.
So if anyone out there is interested in donating money to help us, you can contact Nathan Whitmire. They're at the library. You can call 870-935-5133. Ask for Nathan Whitmire. We're doing everything we can to be able to purchase this. We're selling these t-shirts.
Let me get a close up of the t-shirt.
It's the State Farm. You can go to our website and see all more things. The shirts we're selling are gray and light gray.
Show them your t-shirt.
It's got the state of Arkansas shaped like it's a book that's the state of Arkansas. We have that design on tote bags. We also have a water bottle that has a bookshelf along the side. It's a wonderful water bottle. I love it so much.
Okay. So please consider checking out this timeline project. All proceeds go back to the library. So the library is considered a nonprofit agency. So everything they do goes to pay for the services that they offer to the community. So this is wonderful. And please consider getting a calendar. It will be a wonderful keepsake for your family.
Christmas gifts, people.
I mean, it's something that your generations can look at for years and years to come. So please consider.
It's beautiful. It's not just because I've been working on it so hard, but it's looking back and thinking, this is the same town I live in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've been we're giving you so much information today, and I feel like we could still go ever and ever about all the things the library has to offer. Ms. Brandi has given us so many dates and times of different events. I mean, there's something for everyone in the family to
All
get involved.
ages.
All ages. So be on the lookout, and we're going to try to get some of those announcements into our community calendar so that you can hear them on air as well. If you have any other questions for Ms. Brandi, feel free to them after the show is over. We'll make sure she gets your questions, your comments. Don't forget to check out our live feed on Facebook and YouTube. You can always go back and watch the video. I can't thank you all for listening today. I was riding solo. Please send some well wishes out to Mr. Cato. One is home right now, not feeling well. So shout out to you, Mr. Cato Wonder. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up today.
I appreciate you having me so much. It was so much fun.
I truly enjoyed it. You helped bring out the kid in me again. I'm excited to hear about some of these art show, the arts and crafts show.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's coming up very soon. Arts and craft, Harry Potter theme in September. So don't forget to check it out. You have been listening to Community Conversations with Fabila Hart and Brandi Hodges. Thank you. Have a great Tuesday. Okay. We turn on live stream.